So it's ADHD Awareness Month, and many people are wondering, what is ADHD anyway? Well, in this video, I'm not just going to tell you the obvious, such as people with ADHD struggle to focus. Instead, we're going to take a deeper dive and discuss the hunter-farmer theory of ADHD and the concept of neurodiversity. So if that's got you curious and you're ready, then let's dive in. Hi, you're listening to me, Jamie Vasilian, the Hypnosis for ADHD specialist, helping you, your loved ones with ADHD, learn, manage, and even master your uniquely wired brain using the power of your mind so you can begin to live the kind of life that I believe you were truly born to enjoy. First of all, let's talk about the hunter-farmer theory of ADHD. This theory, first proposed by Thomas Hartmann in his book, Hunters in a Farmer's World, suggests that individuals with ADHD may have inherited a set of traits from our hunter-gatherer ancestors. This idea came to him one day when he was observing his own son, who had recently been diagnosed with ADHD, and he began to daydream and imagine his son living as a hunter-gatherer. It was then that he realized that the symptoms of ADHD could in fact be positive assets in a different context or environment. In a way, our modern world often caters to farmer traits, being organized, detail-oriented, and focused on routine tasks. But for those with ADHD, what Thomas Hartmann would call hunters, our brains are more wired like hunters, constantly seeking novelty, being alert to change, and always exploring. Now, you might be wondering, is this just an interesting possibility? Is there any evidence to back up this theory? Well, interestingly, Thomas Hartmann was not popular with those who held to the mainstream idea at the time that ADHD is nothing but a malfunctioning of the brain. But 30 years later, he actually received an apology letter from the American Psychiatric Association. Now, at this point, you're probably wondering why? Because geneticists compared the DNA of hunter-gatherer nomadic tribes against the DNA of those in Western countries diagnosed with ADHD. And what did they find? You guessed it. They shared the 87-4 allele in common with each other, confirming Hartmann's theory that people with ADHD are like hunters in a farmer's world. Meanwhile, other researchers have hypothesized the idea of genetic markers for increased novelty seeking, which, of course, if true, would tie in perfectly with the hunter-farmer theory of ADHD. Either way, one thing I think most of us are pretty sure of is that people with ADHD do have a tendency towards novelty seeking, which can sometimes get us into trouble, but can also help us in finding creative solutions to problems, or our brains really being switched on by anything perceived to be creative, different, exciting, or novel. Anyway, this idea that people with ADHD have a hunter-type brain can help us understand why people with ADHD can struggle with tasks that require sustained attention, organization, or routine. Their brains, our brains, are wired differently for spontaneity, quick reactions, and creativity. If you're still watching this video and you've got this far, well done, and you feel like you're getting something valuable from this content, then may I take the chance to suggest you hit the like button and subscribe so you can stay up to date with our latest content. Anyway, thank you for listening, and let's get back to the video. So when we think about the hunter-farmer theory of ADHD and novelty seeking, we're beginning to move into something called neurodiversity, which is a bit of a buzzword you may be familiar with by now. To understand what neurodiversity is, it can help to look at things historically. So in the past, if you had ADHD but no one knew about it, you would just be labeled stupid, bad, or lazy. Then we had the medical revolution, and ADHD became perceived differently through the lens of medicine as a malfunctioning of the brain, a disorder. And so naturally, medication becomes the answer to ADHD. In other words, we've moved from a moral perspective to a medical perspective. But more recently, a third wave of understanding or perception, something called neurodiversity. The concept that neurological differences like ADHD are just that, differences not disorders. Or, as I tend to believe, both. Something that we'll explore in more depth in a later video. But anyway, neurodiversity is also the idea that our society is made richer by the diversity of minds and the unique perspectives and contributions that come with them. So think of neurodiversity as being a bit like a jigsaw puzzle. Every piece is different and contributes to the beautiful whole. People with ADHD are just one piece of this diverse puzzle. Now, embracing neurodiversity means recognizing that ADHD individuals have their strengths too, just like everyone else, such as creativity, innovation, and the ability to think outside of the box. So, whether you view yourself as a hunter in a farmer's world, as someone with ADHD, or you simply appreciate the beautiful tapestry of neurodiversity and believe you're just different rather than disordered, remember that there's a place for every puzzle piece in our society. Well, thank you for joining us today. I hope this exploration of the neurodiversity perspective ADHD and the hunter-farmer theory has shed some light on this important topic. If you have any questions or want to learn more, don't hesitate to reach out and get in touch. We're here to help you harness your unique strengths and navigate the ADHD journey together. Be sure to hit like, subscribe, and check in next time when we will continue to explore this topic in a little more depth, when I will present what I call the misfit model of ADHD, which will help you understand how ADHD could in fact be both a difference and a disorder at the same time, and how this model can not only help you understand ADHD in a new, more helpful way, but also how to get control of it and improve your life, or indeed the life of a loved one. So if that's got you curious, then be sure to stay in tune for next time. Anyway, you will listen to me, Jamie Vasilian, the Hypnosis for ADHD specialist, helping you or your loved ones with ADHD learn, manage, and even master your uniquely wired brain using the power of the mind so that you can begin to live the kind of life that I believe you were truly born to enjoy. So all that's left to say is stay curious, stay open, and embrace the diverse world of neurodiversity. Until next time, bye for now.